Hi everyone, how you all doing? Do you believe in coincidences? Because I don't. And I want to know why Lloyd Evans sent out 12 letters. I can't figure this out until just recently. Why didn't he send 10? Why didn't he send 8? Then we could call it the hateful 8 letters to the XJW community. No, he decided he'd send 12. Now I'm going to try and tease the answer out of you. I've got an idea why he sent 12, but I want to see whether you guys are on the same wavelength as what I'm thinking. So why did Lloyd decide, out of all those videos, and I should imagine there was dozens and dozens, maybe 50, maybe 100, I don't know. I've literally looked at a multitude of videos that have been directed to Lloyd Evans about the misappropriation of the money from the Patreons being used for immoral purposes. And I've seen absolutely dozens and dozens of videos. But why did Lloyd, if he sifted through all of those, why was there only 12 that irked him sufficiently to push him and to anger him into sending those letters? 12. Well, this is my thoughts. This is what I believe. Why he chose 12. Imagine that each one of those 12 represents one juror. And what's the job of a juror? Well, singularly, they're not that, they don't have that much ability singularly. It's when they collectively come together and they form a group known as a jury. Now, in this country, I don't know about the United States, in this country, we have 12 members of the jury. Now, some cases can be very, very tough before a jury can decide on a unanimous decision. And therefore, the judge will take a majority decision, meaning he'll take 10 out of 12 to find someone guilty. But under normal circumstances, I think they'd like all 12 to be unanimous. So if Lloyd sent out those 12 letters, was he specifically sending out some kind of symbolic message? Or is it just a complete coincidence that he just selected 12 of the most scathing of XJW videos that were calling out his incredible bullshitting? If you don't believe in coincidences like me, and you're now looking for something a bit more structural, something a bit more believable, why not consider the fact that he sent out a symbolic message to each of those, mounting to 12, meaning that he didn't accept their judicial decision on him. Isn't that the job of jurors? They discuss things before they find someone guilty. Well, we found him guilty, didn't we? Or those 12 found him most guilty, and they were the most outspoken. Others have since spoken, but Lloyd has decided that 12 letters would only go out to those that must have irked him the most, until somebody else entered into the equation, what you call an honorary XJW, namely Andrew Gold. So quite possibly we could now be looking at 13 letters. I can't verify this. I strongly suggest it is true, maybe 85% true. Someone else can offer an opinion on this if they know more. So Andrew Gold, on his first interview, was at first allowing Lloyd to dictate the narrative of that interview. And we all knew that if it would have remained like that, it would have been the most dissatisfying feeling for us all. But luckily, with a bit of nudging from one or two XJW members Andrew Gold suddenly had his eyes opened as to what kind of person Lloyd was. And this was quite a remarkable thing that happened. And I still can't believe how it happened. But I'm just glad it did. But it's actually what you call, it's actually helped two groups, what Andrew Gold has done. He's called out Lloyd's incredible bullshit. He's did a follow-up video. He's got the backstory, finally. He got the backstory to it all. He's put together a rebuttal video and directed it to Lloyd. I should imagine Lloyd feels persecuted at the moment, doesn't he? By the amount of people that have give their two penneth and said what kind of person he really is. But who else? This is inadvertently, by the way, this is by pure accident. Who else has benefited from what has happened and from Andrew Gold putting all the jigsaw pieces in on Lloyd Evans? This is incredible. But I do know that our former religion, the J.W. Org, are aware of what's going on. And so they will be secretly happy, not publicly happy. They're not going to go, on JW broadcasting and start partying, oh, look at this, we brought down one of the apostates that's been a thorn in our side. They're not going to do that. But you still have to thank Andrew for coming in and putting all those pieces together the way he did when he finally got enough nudging. It took a bit of a nudging from Kim Silvio, but she did it. Not just Kim, others. Andrew got lots and lots of messages. In fact, I should imagine he felt quite attacked at one time, but it was nothing personal. It was never anything personal. We just wanted him to be completely aware of all the facts, because previously, on his first two interviews, he just allowed Lloyd to paint the picture. And Lloyd painted it as black as he could for his enemies and as rosy as possible for his side of things. But Andrew, being an ex-BBC journalist, decided that there's two sides to every story. Thank goodness. Thank goodness he had that foresight to follow up and do that interview. So going back now to the 12 letters. Has Lloyd sent a symbolic message? I don't know. It just seems completely unusual that he would stop at 12. Why not send a letter out to everybody that has done a video on him? And that could amount to 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe more. But no, he stops on 12. So I can only presume there's, and only Lloyd's going to know this, and maybe, he could answer this at some stage. Lloyd, if you're listening, not that you probably will be, you're probably too pissed off at the moment. Why did you stop at 12? Why did you send 12 letters out? Are these letters that you sent out to the ones that you dislike the most? Is it by pure coincidence that just 12 of them made that particular grade of hate in your world? Surely there must have been others that annoyed you, but you just stopped on 12. Has it got anything to do with a judicial process? Is it anything to do with what I said? That you felt as if they were acting as a jury and they found you guilty, and so that you were sending out a reciprocal reply and a demand for money and a cease and detest letter as if they were members of a jury? I don't know. I'm just pondering over this and really like the answer to this because it's interesting. It cannot be a coincidence, can it? You cannot just only look at 12 of the most, what you call, seething of videos and say, these deserve me to get to send my solicitors after them. These are the ones that deserve it more than anything, and no one else. I don't believe in coincidences. Not like that. Come on, Lloyd. Don't be shy now. We know you're not shy. Tell us why it's only 12. Why? We want to know.